Wow, I can't believe I actually have to make this video. You guys, it is November 12th, 2019. And one thing that I've been seeing as of late is I've been seeing way too many comments referring to Ezekiel Elliott being washed up. He doesn't have it anymore. He's been overpaid. This is what a bad contract looks like, and all this bullshit, yada yada yada. You can tell, and to be quite honest, every fan base has this. Every fan base has the idiots who really don't know what they're watching. Every fan base has it. So, but the thing is, I feel like it's more pronounced among the Cowboy fan base, where people they don't really know what they're watching. They're just here for the wins and losses and shit like that. If you pay attention to that game, I watched the entire game. I watch every game closely. Sometimes I watch games more than once. What stood out to me was that the Minnesota Vikings and Mike Zimmer had a great game plan dedicated to stopping Zeke. That's what I saw. Now, of course, you can go through the film and you can nitpick a couple of plays where Zeke didn't go through this hole. He took it inside instead of bouncing it outside and yada, yada, yada. But how can you be washed when you've had 3 straight games over 100 yards? And then you go against one of the best defenses in the NFL and suddenly you're washed. I don't get that. People really don't know what they're watching. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Mike Zimmer, number one, not every team has the personnel to execute what the Minnesota Vikings defense executed. Most teams don't have the personnel to stop Ezekiel Elliott. Minnesota Vikings, they just happen to have that. And then they had a head coach who was determined to stick with the game plan and throw everything at Zeke. They were bringing Harrison Smith in. They were bringing extra men in the box, blitzing extra men. The thing is, you guys, there was nothing Ezekiel Elliott could have done. Saquon Barkley had, over 20-something yards rushing against Dallas last Monday night. I don't hear anybody talking about him being washed up. But when it comes to Ezekiel Elliott, a guy who's had 3 straight 100-yard rushing games and is in the top 10 I think he's in the top 7 or top 8 in rushing yards this season. He's already been on the bye. He's still in the top 10. And people are calling him washed. People really don't know what the fuck they're watching. Give credit to the Minnesota Vikings and Mike Zimmer for coming up with a great defensive game plan and having the personnel to execute such a great game plan. And to be quite honest, was it really that great? Was it really that intricate? All they did was just dedicate extra resources, extra players to stopping Ezekiel Elliott. That's it. That's it. And then you got people saying that he's washed and what's happening with Zeke. Zeke is just fine. Against Detroit, when he has over 100 yards rushing, are you still going to be saying he's washed? And the thing is, this is what I always say, the NFL is a week-by-week league. It's week by week. The narratives, they carry weight one week, and then next week they're just whoosh. That's how it always is. We lost to the Jets, and everything was just like dead. Then we come back, destroy the Eagles, and all of a sudden we're playoff contenders again. You guys, sometimes you just got to trust your eyes. You got to trust your eyes, and you got to know what you're looking at out there. What I saw was a great defensive game plan dedicated to stopping Zeke. That's all I saw. I didn't see Zeke being washed up or Zeke. And people like, well, he used to bounce that to the outside. Zeke has been in the league for 4 years. He has always been a hammer. He's never been a Christian McCaffrey. He's never been a Dalvin Cook. He's never been a Saquon Barkley. He's never been this. He's always been a hammer. Always. He punishes a defense. He's not a big play guy. He's always been that way. So it's kind of odd how people expect him to be this player that he's not. He's a hammer, and he's led the league in rushing twice. So that goes to show that having the big playability, yeah, it's nice and all, but I want that hammer. I want someone who's going to wear out a defense. I want someone who's going to give me the 6-7 yard carries. I want someone who's going to bust it up for 8, who will then turn an 8-yard gain into a 15-yard gain. I want that. You know, a home run hitter, that's okay. That's nice to have, but that's so rare. It's rare to have constant home runs. It's rare. No matter what the highlights tell you, it's rare. I want a hammer. That's what I want. And that's what Ezekiel Elliott is. And the thing is, guys, you just have to pay attention to the games. Give the Minnesota Vikings and Mike Zimmer credit. They had what it needed to take. They had what, I'm trying to rephrase this in a good way without sounding clunky. They had everything needed to stop Ezekiel Elliott. They had the personnel. They had the game plan. Most teams in the NFL, the Patriots don't have that. Detroit doesn't have that. The Bills don't have that. The Bears don't have that. In our remaining schedule, there is not one defense that has enough resources to dedicate to stopping Ezekiel Elliott. The remaining part of our schedule, the Rams don't have it. No team has it. You guys, Ezekiel Elliott is fine. Just because a team came up with a good defensive game plan and did everything they could to stop him does not mean he's washed. Cowboy fans, you know, the thing is, it's all fan bases. All fan bases have these type of fans, and sometimes I feel like football really does attract the lowest common denominator of our society, because a lot of people simply, they can't think. A lot of people can't think. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And a lot of people, they don't even know how to break down what's in front of them. They really don't. And I hate questioning other people's intelligence, because I don't want to come out as being elitist or know-it-all, or I'm the smartest being of existence. I'm not. But the thing is, you have to call out some of this idiocy, this stupidity, the morons that proliferate this fan base. Because it's just, how can you say Zeke is washed when the Minnesota Vikings did everything they could to stop him? Like, what? Idiots. You guys, follow your boy on Instagram, GerardJohn1991. That's JARROD JOHN1991. I'm going to catch you guys later. Peace.